What's going on, guys? My name is William Dauria, 8-year combat veteran, 12-year entrepreneur, and today we're going to go over exactly how to run rental property numbers on an investment property. Okay, so I get about 40 of these emails every single day from wholesalers, and this particular one was a 3-bedroom, a 2-bath, 2,000 square foot home. Now, the purchase price on this one was approximately $130,000. Now, that's the purchase price. That is not the all-in price. Now, accompanied with that, you're going to have approximately, let's say, closing cost of about $5,000 in closing costs, okay? So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk up to the property and we need to know a few things, and those few things are the facts, and that's what we're gonna start with. So we got our purchase price out of the way. We know the closing cost is, we'll just say $5,000 in this case. So make sure you ask your wholesaler or your real estate agent, hey, the closing cost on this, what is it, so I can factor it into my ROI, which is your return on investment. So the next metric we have to be concerned with is repairs. So repairs can be the bugaboo in any investor's property. So what it is this particular wholesaler already had told me that the foundation is in need of adjustment, and he has a quote for $7,500 that comes with the rental property packet. So that's good. We already got a foundation quote of $7,500, and that's assuming that that's actually what it's going to take and what it is. So the roof is going to be, he says it's going to need a roof 2,000 square feet. I know somebody, I could probably get it done for, let's say, $5,000. So your area may be adjusted by a little bit. Just check with some roofers in your area. But $5,000 for this particular roof, I think, is going to be a conservative number. So HVAC, they said there is an issue with the HVAC. Now, I haven't been out to this property yet. It just came through my email. I'm doing a quick synopsis of this, so I don't know if it's a $1,000 issue, a $500 issue, or an entire 5-ton unit replacement needed outside. I'm going to go with an entire 5-ton unit replacement outside, because if it's better than that, great, but I'm going to go in expecting the worst, hoping for the best. So I'm going to go in with a $5,000 repair cost on a 5-ton unit AC system outside. So we're just going to assume with $5,000. If it turns out to be cheaper, fantastic, because those could turn out to be more expensive. So, and then your next one is going to be electrical. There is an unknown electrical issue. Now, I don't know exactly what that means. It could be, hey, there's aluminum wiring all throughout the house and the entire house needs to be rewired, or we could look at the panel and say that whole panel needs to be redone, or it could be something simple like a plug. I have no idea. This could be a $15,000. This could be a $500. I don't know. I'm going to put $5,000 because I have no idea. I have not been out to this property. I'm trying to get baseline numbers. If these numbers are even in the ballpark, I'll go ahead and push a little bit further. So we're going to go with this. Right now, during this video, we're doing COVID-19 procedures. So we may not be able to go out to that property in the first place. Makes these numbers pretty scary if you think about it, because you may not actually be able to really know what's going on with that property. So, okay, the next thing we're going to go after is miscellaneous repairs. So this is not the rehab yet. We obviously have to do the foundation. We have to do the roof. Well, you most likely want to do the HVAC if somebody actually wants to stay in there. Electrical, I mean, this right here, sure, you could call it rehab, but that house still might be ugly. It might be from it's 1965. It could be grandma and grandpa inside. It could have never had an update since, well, 1965. So you may have a gut job on you. You might have a cosmetic uplift. You don't really know until you actually walk through there with the clipboard and look at every corner and every angle, look at the floors and all. And you have to know about what this comes to, because this is a huge factor in your number. So miscellaneous, we are going to say $12,000 in miscellaneous costs. So this brings us to a total of $169,500. And this is going to be our all in. We are all in. That means everything from here to here, we are at $169,500. Now, this is just determining what we have in it. What we really need to know at this point is what's our ARV? What's our after repair value? What is this house even worth after we've done all this? Because that's what the number that we are really after. That's the number that we really care about, and I'll tell you why. So our ARV, after repair value, according to our wholesaler. Now, never, ever, ever take the wholesaler's number for granted. Go on to the MLS if you have access and get real world comps so you actually know what the comps are in the area and what this house actually potentially is actually worth. Don't just take somebody's word for it, okay? In this case, he's saying the ARV is $210,000. We are going to run with the assumption that that is correct for this video. So $210,000. I'm writing a little bit bigger on purpose so you can see this a little better. I'm zoomed in as far as I can go. $210,000. Our goal right here, our goal, okay, is to be in this property for 70% of ARV. That's the magic number, guys. 70% of ARV. And I'll tell you why. Is because if you do all this and you are in it for 70% of your ARV, that means when you do a cash out refi at a bank or credit union, they're going to give you 75% of your ARV minus closing costs. That's why you want to be in at 70. So you can potentially get 100% of your investment back into your pocket. Therefore leaving you with an investment property of $0 out of your pocket. A cash flowing investment property with nothing in it. That's the goal, and that's what these numbers are there to show you. It's the all-in price and the ARV. You do the math between, that's going to tell you if you're going to get a good deal. Now, let's assume that your all-in price is 80% of the ARV, but you really need to be at 70% of the ARV. So, what do? You're 10% off. You readjust the numbers from the seller's point, and then you go back and reoffer. So if he's asking 130, but you know your numbers don't quite work down here, and your numbers need to be at 115, go back out to the seller and offer them $115,000. Offer them $110,000. Let them counter you. But don't go into this deeper than what you can get back out of it unless you're okay with leaving a little bit of money in the deal. In that case, that's okay, as long as you understand you're leaving a little bit of this money in the deal. So keep this in mind. If you have a hard money lender, for instance, you don't want to leave any of the hard money's lender in this deal, any of his money in the deal. So that's why it's important to hit these numbers if you're using somebody else's money so you can get the investor all of his money back. Okay, now, investing in real estate such as this is a single family home. These numbers are very binary. And what do I mean by that is you have your purchase numbers, you can get into that, great. But when it comes to your cash out refi, now you're looking at a whole new course of numbers. So this is what you want to look for on your cash out refi when they come back with the numbers and say, okay, Bob, this is what we got for you. You're going to need to cover in your rent. Let's say the property rents for $1,900 per month, okay? $1,900 per month. You are going to need to cover P.I.T.I, which stands for principal, and this is once you've taken out the loan from the bank or credit union. Yeah, that $1,900 payment, so you need to cover principal. It's going to need to cover interest. It's going to need to cover taxes and your insurance cost. Now, we're not done yet. Because this is a rental property, you're also going to factor in the fact that there may be, and most likely will be, some vacancy. So, when you have vacancy, we're going to assume a 5%. Now, I know my handwriting's terrible and there probably is some misspelled words on this, and that is okay because I did not do fantastic at school, but I do pretty good at real estate. So if I messed up here, go ahead and fry me in the comments. I'm okay with that. All right, so you got vacancy at 5%, okay? And then on top of that, you're gonna have your property management, and that's gonna be between 9 and 11% per month, okay? And what they're going to do is when you turn it over to a property manager, they are going to put the property on the market. They're going to find a tenant. They're going to vet the tenant and make sure they're a good tenant for you. They're going to occupy the property. They're going to take maybe 1 month of rental income as their check or as their commission up front, and then they're going to charge you 9 to 11% after that. So keep that in mind. Obviously, a 2-year lease is better than a 1-year lease just because of the renewal and whatnot. So getting the 9 to 11% per month in the equation is very vitally important. And you do want to keep property management. A lot of people say, oh, I can manage it by myself. Guys, it's the legalities and stuff behind that you don't necessarily understand. That's why property management is so important. Okay, so we have a goal here of 70% of ARV, after repair value. And a goal here is going to be $200 per month minimum. Okay. Per month minimum. Okay, guys. So this is where a lot of people hit the brakes and they really, really don't understand. Wait a second. I'm doing all of this, going to the bank, renting it out, and going through all this process for $200 per month. Guys, let me break it down for you. $200 per month, and I wrote it down here. $200 a month profit with inflation, if you are my age, comes out to a total of $250,000 in rent paid to you over the course of your life for 30 to 90 days worth of work. That does not include the property's value and appreciation, and obviously it's going to be paid off in that time period as well. So that $250,000 is just the money that's been paid to you, plus you have a paid off property, plus you have all the appreciation on this rental property from the get-go. So don't let this $200 a month discourage you, because at $200 a month, do this again 60 days from now. Do this 3 times a year. You just added $600 a month to your net every single month for the rest of the year, for the rest of your life. Guys, if you do this 4 times a year, that's over $1 million in your lifetime, if you're my age, that you get paid out. Every 4 properties is another $1 million you get paid throughout your lifetime if you're my age. Keep that in mind, guys. This $200 a month, don't look at it short term. Always look at this in the long term. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I know this can get a little bit confusing, especially if you've only seen this for the first time. Hey, do me a favor. If you like this content and you want me to do more of this, let me know. I get like 40 of these things a day. I'm not going to hit you with 40 a day, but I'll come out and I'll do a couple a week, and it'll do a breakdown. And I'll show you, hey, this is a good deal. This isn't a good deal. This is why. If you like this content, let me know. Make sure you smash that like button at the bottom. And if you haven't commented, hit that notification bell, guys. Please do that, and it supports my channel. Until next time, thanks for watching.